Hello friends, welcome to Basic Chinese Language Tutorial. Are you ready to learn how to read, write, speak and understand Chinese language? So let's start. Friends, Chinese language is basically composed of a lot of syllables and sounds. There is one character to write every sound. These characters are called ones in Chinese language. Like one is a character and z is another character. In the same ways, you must have heard ni hao. Ni is one sound having a unique character. It means you. Ni means you. And hao is a sound also having a unique Chinese character for it. It means good. So, ni hao means you good? Are you good? Hello. And you would be amazed to know how easy it is to memorize Chinese characters because these characters are pretty much similar to their meaning and shape of the object they mean. For example, ran is used for man in Chinese language and two strokes are drawn to write it in such a way as a walking man. Friends, traditional Chinese was so difficult as to write run. One had to draw full shape of a man. Now the language has become very easy and every sound and object has simple characters which are very easy to memorize. In the same ways, kou word is used for mouth in Chinese language, and to write that a character is used that shows an open mouth. This is called as simplified Chinese, which is normally written and understood these days. Similarly, shan is used for mountain in Chinese and three big and small separate hilltops are drawn to write its character. And man is used for door in Chinese language and its character is drawn as if it were a half open door. Let us discuss one more example. Shang and sha are the two words used for up or above and down or below respectively. Shang character seems like something is placed upon the floor and sha character is drawn such as something is hanging from the ceiling. Learning how to write Chinese is directly related to repeatedly write and practice these characters. For speaking, listening and understanding Chinese, we need to understand a language in between English and Chinese, the Pinyin language. This language helps in correctly speaking and understanding Chinese characters. Friends, for every single Chinese character, there is a unique sound and a unique Pinyin word is linked with every Chinese sound. And every Pinyin word has three parts in it: initial, final and tone. If we use one initial with a final and pronounce it with some specific tone, it would be one Pinyin word, that is one sound or one character. Tone represents the ups and downs of sound. We can speak fast, slow, loud or faint and the tone changes. When the tone changes, sound changes and the associated character changes, and so does the meaning. Pinyin initials and finals are very similar to consonants and vowels in English with some differences. We can have more than one consonant in an English word, while in one Pinyin syllable there can only be one initial character. We have a set of 21 initials. Any one of them can be used in a Pinyin syllable. Some Pinyin syllables don't even have an initial in them. Whole Pinyin syllable has only final with some tone. In such cases, if the final starts with e, u or u, then e and u is replaced by or is used with y as an initial and w replaces u as an initial to write its Pinyin, while there is no difference in their pronunciation. While syllables starting from a, o and can be written without any initial. Friends, An initial is composed of only one and sometimes two characters, while a final may consist of two, three, or four characters as well. There are total 35 finals. Among them, 6 finals are single character finals, that is A, O, E, U, and U. If we have a look at all 23 initials and 35 finals, we can see that all the characters look similar to those in English except U, but when spoken, mostly they are different from their English counterparts. Talking about tones, it is very important to pronounce them correctly, otherwise meanings would change and the listener would not fathom what we say. When combining initials and finals, first thing to note down is initials are written before finals. Secondly, not every final can be used with any initial to make a syllable. A set of rules is to be followed while using a final with an initial. We can consult the initial final chart to memorize their compatibility. Here initials are in rows and finals in columns of this chart. Here you can see that in the first row there is no initial and finals can be used independently without an initial, whereas E and U are replaced by Y and U is replaced by W. Second, third, fourth and fifth rows of this chart are for P, P, M and F. U and U are not used with these initials usually. Similarly, we cannot use finals starting with E and U with other 10 initials, namely K, K, H, Z, C, S, Ch, Ch, Sh and R. And Ch, Ch and Sh are specific for finals starting with E and U. Later we shall discuss initials and finals pronunciation in detail. Let us talk something about tones now. There are 4 types of tones in total. They are called first, second, third and fourth tones. First tone is flat tone with no rise or fall in sound. Second is rising tone. Sound starts low and then rises. Third tone is falling and rising tone. Sound decreases first and then increases. And fourth tone is falling tone. Sound falls down with a jerk. Some characters don't even have any tone. This is called as neutral tone by some linguistics. Sound is pronounced simply and lightly in this tone. There are 2 methods to identify a tone while writing pinyin of a character. We can write the tone number after the pinyin final like 1 for first tone, 2 for second, 3 for third and 4 for fourth tone. Or tone symbol is drawn above final of the pinyin. All 4 tones have their unique symbols. We need to memorize these symbols as well. Friends, correct use of tone is very important in Chinese as well as in all other languages. Otherwise, meanings would change from 10 billion to 1. For example, Ma with third tone means horse. Ma means mother if pronounced with first tone. And Ma with fourth tone means to blame or to scold. So, change in tone changes meanings. No matter initial and finals are the same.